It's Week 15 of the NFL.
And our spotlight is on Michael Pittman.
He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. All right, football fans, race for the postseason, Week 15 on EA Sports. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio. Pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 32. Into traffic, complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, it's Mahomes. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3rd and just 2 to go. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's brought down for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback try and power for it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Blown back, it's the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Here's a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle. All right, here we go, 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And in the closing stretch of this season, right now he is poised to finish as the league leader in receiving yards. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Play action on first down. Got a man, Bowers has it. And this one doesn't go far. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now a give on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on first. Pittman's got it. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Trying again, following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Well, a somewhat surprising way for us to begin the scoring here, Brock. And what it tells me is we could be in for a pretty wild type of game.
Yeah, I think you like wild, I like wild. Points can come in any variety in football, but you're right. When they start in this kind of fashion with the takeaway for 6, more often than not, stranger things occur.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Mahomes trying again after the pick. Hits him on the out route.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed to his running back. We're working a couple yards past the line. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On 2nd and 7. Gets him, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Down on the return. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Slot man in motion left. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 47-yard line.
From the 47. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And it's a gain of 5 as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete out to the right side. And he gets him around 6 there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. He's on the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Man in motion here. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So at halftime, the Raiders fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Blake Corum, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Drake May, very solid in the win, as his guys figure to be a team to be reckoned with. They now move to 11-3. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. C.J. Stroud leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it's going to be second down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up. They'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Okay, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that third down sack, well, it just did it.
That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They motion the tight end over. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Option give here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 21. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's third down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Four snap to his right. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Running right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Juke the defender. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Missed run in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Completed over the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Second and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. From midfield on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. They're throwing it. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds him on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So that brings up 4th and long. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Raider football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Completed to his running back. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
All twitched up. They were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. Shotgun now on 3rd down. They did it! He made the interception! Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Back to the air, following the pick-6. Hits him on the out route. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send a man in motion. from the 28. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They're going play action. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple of seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Nothing for them on the play, and it leaves them in a rough spot. 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Handoff to the back. Past midfield to the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to the well again. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Here he is to throw. Throw left side, complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Kansas City.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.